Auburn Blitz is now on the air. Your daily look into what's happening in Auburn athletics. With your host, Andy Graham, Brett Pritchard, Randy Lee, War Eagle.
Hello again, everyone, and good Friday afternoon. Welcome into this, the latest edition of the Auburn Blitz. I'm Andy Graham alongside Jim Hardy. We'll be with you for the next hour, taking your comments, taking your phone calls, talking about everything going on in the world of Auburn athletics. We are now, 3 or 4 practices into fall camp. Auburn's going to actually put on some shells, I think, tomorrow on Saturday, and then maybe we'll even have some tackle football next week. So a lot going on with practice. Obviously, each and every day you get little snippets here and there. We've, of course, got Brett and Faith. They get a small little window there to be at practice, and they've kind of related some of the things that they've been seeing. If you've certainly been watching the Auburn Blitz podcast, you know about that. Some other people that we know, obviously, at practice as well, picking up a few things from them. So we'll talk about the buzz, the buzz around practice, at least this week, early week. They started on Tuesday, and so we getting a little bit here and there, a little leaking out. Who looks good right now, and these different things. We'll talk about something that Alex Golish had to say. He has talked, done a little press conferences after each practice. Pretty positive right now, to be perfectly honest with you. It's early.
Yeah.
You would expect everybody to kind of be enthusiastic about being back.
As they talk about it when you do pro days and stuff like that, where people get out there and throw and run. Well, we're in the underwear Olympics right now. That they're just out there in T-shirts and shorts, and everybody looks good in shorts.
That's true.
Yeah.
But I will say, it seems as though, and again, I think this is somewhat universal. This happens every year.
Sure.
You'll get guys out there and people will comment, say, wow, this guy, man, you can tell he was really in the weight room. Mm-hmm. He's kind of changed his body. He definitely looks a little bit different than he did. And that happens every single year. And usually, I don't know as I've really paid attention, but it just seems like I've heard that more this season than I've heard in a while. And it's not all that they have gone from looking like an 18-year-old kid to now they look like, man, they're an 19-year-old man. They put on some really heavy. It's the other way around too. This guy looked out of shape last year. This guy looked out of shape in the spring, and now he looks, a whole lot different just in the last, 7-8 weeks. So
you could.
I think there's a lot of buy-in, is what I'm saying.
You could slice that cake 2 ways. One is could it be the new strength and conditioning coach?
Yep.
Could he have come in there and imparted his ways and really tightened things up, or could it be just we're seeing the effects of modern dietitian, how you say them words, those people that have that career, dietitians, the modern dietitianary ways of they've learned some new things, and they're, as an Alabama strength coordinator once said, I forget his name, Scott Cochran, he said, these guys come in and their BMWs, all I'm doing is putting spinners on them, And it makes sense, They're already good athletes. You're just trying to trim them up.
Well, there's a word that goes along with what you're talking about, dietitian, that we're going to hear a couple of times in some of the comments that people have made, nutrition. Mm-hmm. Apparently that's like been a revelation. Even some of the players have talked about it. Man, it's completely different. The nutrition aspect of our summer workouts and things like that. So who knew? Are you telling me that Hugh Freeze had them eating McDonald's and, Pizza Hut? I mean, is that what the diet was?
That's what I'm wondering, because we need to. I'm gonna make a phone call when the show's over with and see if we can't get it lined up for Monday or Tuesday. One of our player buddies over there to call in, and let's dial this nutrition thing in a little more. Because I'm with you. I don't think for a second I saw over there 2 years ago what was laid out. And, I mean, you're just talking about chicken and steak and the normal things down through there. But is this now dialed into where each piece is like, okay, this is so many calories, they got it listed, and they're getting them dialed into, okay, John, we want you to weigh 301 pounds, and you better eat this every day or else.
Yeah.
Is it that strict?
It's a fair question. Is it about how much you eat? Is it about what you eat? It's probably both.
Both, yeah.
But interesting nonetheless.
And then and I forget the name of I think it's called Catapult, if I'm not mistaken, but it may be a different name. But there's a system that they've been wearing for several years now that they keep up with their heart rates. They keep up with how much energy they exerted while they were out there running. And I think they've got it, science has got it dialed in so much now that, if a kid was 208 at the beginning of practice and he went out there and run, and then after practice they make every one of them weigh for water loss, obviously. Right. And that 208 kid weighs 201. You got to put something back in there.
This is true. Replenishment of electrolytes and those kind of things. I mean, how much they talk about in August. I mean, you hear about, I lost 10 pounds just in one practice.
Sure.
You got to, like you said, you got to refill.
Yeah, that's not muscle you lost.
You got to replenish that.
Yeah.
And for
sure. And it can be, those type of things can be catastrophic in a body because if they allow them to drop 7 pounds and you don't put that back in there, then you've dehydrated tendons, you've dehydrated muscles. You've got a problem where you could get an injury that wasn't necessary had you done it right.
All right, we'll kick things off, and then we'll just carry on through this. And
can I throw one thing at you another team's doing and
please.
Just get your take on it? Of all teams, this is not an SEC team, but it's a great idea, I think, and I just want to get your idea on it. The Akron Zips. Have you heard what they're doing?
I did.
That is pretty unique deal there.
Yeah, I don't see that happening at Auburn.
Gosh, though. They interviewed him. I've heard about it for a couple months now, and then they actually interviewed the coach yesterday on McAfee's show. Pat McAfee. And it was so cool to hear the man say it. He was like, look, we're going to bring them in here on like Wednesday, Thursday, Friday before that game. We're going to sit down. And he said, I want them to, whoever it is, to bring them a book with some plays in it they want to do. He said, I'm going to kind of show them what we've got a game plan for, and we're going to try to mesh these things together. And then Pat looks at him and he goes, you do know there's 3 of the greatest plays that's ever invented in football that you got to run. And he was like, what are you talking about? And he went back through the movies, the old Little Giants movie.
Annexation of Puerto Rico.
Yep, they ran it. It was Remember the Titans, the reverse they ran at the end of the game to win the game.
Right.
And then there was, who else was that? There was another movie that all of them ended up getting a touchdown on that play. And Pat goes, hey, we got to run those because that's automatic touchdown. And then Pat admitted that his show actually bought like 4 season passes for the Zips with their chance of winning it. He said, if I win it, Coach, don't you believe I'm not going to be there calling plays.
Yeah, so just to elaborate on that, the Akron Zips are offering fans, and I think it's their season ticket holders.
It is. You have to buy season tickets.
So that's the whole deal. And if you refer somebody and they buy it, then I think you get an extra
vote.
A part, whatever, a
name
ticket,
in the hat.
a ticket into the hat or whatever. So if you win, you will actually get to have the what do you call it? That you can actually design the first drive.
Yes, they said,
of the season.
They said you would be in on the first drive and you get to call it. You would be and the rest of the game you get to sit in the coach's box with a headset.
The whole rest of the game.
The whole rest of the game, and you get to listen to it from then on out. But only the first drive.
You get to script, is what I was saying.
That's correct.
You get to script the first drive.
The way the coach explained it now, you're going to help script the first drive. They're not going to turn you loose and for 6 straight plays you're going to run the annexation of Puerto Rico. Yeah, but he's saying that he would love to blend whatever ideas you have into his offense.
Now that I might could get behind. You just get some input about it.
Yeah.
You're in there in the game plan, and they literally will take a suggestion from you. That in itself, that would be the coolest thing.
That's just what
that would be the coolest thing.
And so you think there's no way an SEC does that?
If we're opening with Alabama State, yeah,
okay,
sure.
I just think it'd be cool promotion.
Yeah, not if we're opening against Baylor. Yeah. I don't say that happening. But
I just want to bring that up. I thought it'd be a great idea.
I did see that, and that is a unique idea.
You got to generate. It's obvious now they're completely sold out. He said on season tickets.
Yeah,
so that's a great way to sell it out.
All right.
Yep.
All right. Well, we'll start with this, and Coach Golich, I thought a very telling and interesting quote. Number one, they asked him about, how practice is going, and he said solid. Solid. That's the best word. He said, look, he said we're far ahead. We're far ahead of where we were in the spring. Basically exactly where we want to be, which means we're not behind, which that's good in itself, for sure. All right, this is a direct quote here from Golish, but he said this week that both the offensive and defensive playbooks are nearly 100% installed. Don't know as I remember starting a fall camp when a coach has said that at Auburn. Maybe it has been, but I don't recall ever saying that.
As we've covered it 100 times, he's got the perfect storm. The defense is pretty much intact, so they already kind of knew what they were doing to have it all installed, except for your freshmen coming in.
Right.
Offense, you remember, he brought a pile of players with him, so maybe having
in strategic positions.
Maybe having a Cole Best on the offensive line, he set up with them at nights that we don't know anything about and taught the offensive line, this is what this call means, this is what this means, and they're ready to go.
I don't even think Hugh Freeze had the whole offense installed by the end of the season.
Oh.
In 2 years.
If you listen to one of our interviews we did on the phone with Mr. John Colvin, he told us that he was still installing plays during the game.
That's right. Almost nearly 100% of the offense is already installed. It's kind of good news. I like to hear that for sure. All right, we'll run down some of these other ones. What's the buzz going on right now around Auburn's fall camp? More to come right after this.
Hi, this is Brian Bice with Bice Motors. With our all-star lineup of Dodge trucks, Jeep, SUVs, and Chrysler cars, we offer the area team dedicated to making your next vehicle purchase a positive experience. Our sales team offers competitive pricing, and we back up all sales with a service department second to none. Bice Motors also offers the area's best selection of pre-owned vehicles. Visit Bice Motors at 2133 Cherokee Road in Alexander City.
Guaranteed lowest price. Buy it at Bice Motors.
Looking for hometown service and name brands you can trust? Come to Presley Appliance and Furniture. From the best choice in appliances from Whirlpool, Maytag, Amana, and KitchenAid to home furnishings, Presley's is your one-stop shop for comfort and quality. And now we've added the Mattress Shop by Serta Simmons Bedding and top quality sheets and pillows from Caraloha. Shop Presley Appliance and Furniture on Cherokee Road in Alex City or online at PresleyAppliance.com. That's PresleyAppliance.com.
This is Kathy Holmes with Pepper Tree Steaks and Wine. Jeff Verner and I opened in East Montgomery 25 years ago and have become the premier butcher shop, wine retailer, and caterer in the River region. We are excited to invite you to our newest location at 2459 East Glen Avenue in Auburn, Opelika. We want to become your one-stop shop for the freshest cuts of meat in town, grab-and-go casseroles, gift items, and the best wine selection in the area. Think of us when catering your next event. Check us out online at steaksandwine.com for daily lunch specials and details on upcoming wine tastings and fun events.
At Southern Union State Community College, success isn't a solo journey. It's powered by something bigger. A herd of faculty, mentors, industry partners, and a community committed to helping you move forward. Whether you're earning a degree that prepares you for immediate entry into the workforce, transferring to a university, or learning a new skill, Southern Union helps you find your strength and run with it. Herd powered, performance driven. Southern Union State Community College. Apply today at suscc.edu.
There's only one option for top-of-the-line aftermarket upgrades on your vehicle, and that's Frontline Outfitters. We offer quality parts, lift kits, custom wheels and tires, bed covers, step bars, and toolboxes. They're installed by trained and skilled professionals, to custom powder coating with hundreds of colors and finishes, to the highest quality film for window tinting using state-of-the-art film cutting technology. Call Frontline Outfitters at 256-409-8100. Don't be in the back of the line. Put your vehicle at the front with Frontline Outfitters.
Looking for the perfect spot to unwind? Welcome to Bunkers. Our friendly staff and vibrant atmosphere make Bunkers the ultimate hangout space for all ages. With 6 state-of-the-art golf simulator stations, you can play around with friends no matter the weather. Enjoy mouth-watering food and a wide variety of handcrafted mixed drinks. With our attached parking deck, access is always hassle-free. Make your next night out unforgettable at Bunkers.
Hillaby Towers is an affordable senior citizens community located in Alexander City on Highway 22 East. Spacious one-bedrooms are available now. Great location, peaceful setting, comfortable living where pets are allowed and utilities are included. Call today to find out more information on Alexander City's best-kept secret, 256-329-0552. That's Hillaby Towers in Alexander City.
Visit our new locations in Gadsden and Oxford today.
Celebrate America's 250th all month long at Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC in Opelika. During the month of July, with every new or used vehicle purchase, you'll receive a beautiful embroidered American flag kit for your home. Our way of helping you proudly celebrate. We have over 500 vehicles in stock and ready for immediate delivery. You'll find the biggest discounts and a great selection. Visit Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC in Opelika today. Get ready to smile.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz. Andy and Jim here with you, taking you up to 1 o'clock. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us. You're always welcome to give us a call. 1-256-234-6221 is our number. Let us know what's on your mind. If you got any comments about any of the things that we talk about, we'd love to hear from you. If you've heard some new or interesting things that we don't mention about practice or about a certain player, let us know. We'd love to talk about it. We are brought to you each and every day by J.A. Smith Construction and Excavation. No job is too big, no job is too small. Commercial or residential, for all your needs. Give them a call today, 334-531-0199. Also, the Glenda Mitchell Law Firm for all your personal injury needs. If you're in the need for some legal advice or legal representation, because of a personal injury, Glenda Mitchell Law Firm is the one call that you need to make. 334-604-7927. All right, I'll just kick this off with this one. I'll get your reaction to some of these, Jim. This is from Jason Caldwell. It was just day one, and the Tigers only had shoulder pads on. But the first thing that stuck out to me was the overall size and how in shape this team is compared to the spring. You can see the work that has been put in by the guys. There again, we're talking about just and looking at it, we just watched a video of Xavier Atkins, and he looks like an MMA fighter.
Oh, goodness.
And
I'm just telling you, and I know I've said it 5 times off the air, we need to show people a video of Melendez. He's a monster. He's – not that Atkins is little, but Melendez is a monster.
Yes. They are all in, I would say, excellent shape. Elite shape, as Alex Gillish would say.
Yeah.
All right, here's another one from Mr. Caldwell. A player that we didn't get to see much of in the spring was Oregon State transfer Jacob Strand, dealing with nagging injuries last season. Strand started 6 games at left tackle, but was expected to be an anchor for the offensive line, but he got was hurt. Wednesday was the first time that we've truly been 100% fully cleared for the team. He's an experienced veteran, and it didn't take him long to show that he could be a serious candidate for playing time at tackle. So a lot of talk about the offensive line. A lot of talk about these specific guys.
If you break it right now, what sources that I know that have told me about practice, you're looking at Simmons at a left tackle.
Joe Simmons out of James Madison.
Stanton
Ramil.
Stanton
or
at the
Ramil.
right tackle.
Yeah.
So if he's pushing for playing time, he's going to have to push hard because those two sound like they kind of got those locked down.
Well, you do need a third tackle.
Sure.
I mean,
in case one goes
because
down. And a lot of times,
just to spell somebody
with limited people behind you that you feel quality depth, a lot of times they'll shove somebody in and put somebody over there. So they could bring what you're saying, Stroud. They could stick him at, say, right and push Stanton in, make him be a guard for a series or two or something.
Right.
To over-accommodate. But, yeah, there's a lot of talk about the offensive line.
No doubt. Just on the heels of what you just mentioned, there was another one that I saw that went along with exactly what that was. Let's see. I believe he's talking about Stanton Ramil or Ramel. I'll get that right one day. I don't know exactly.
I keep wanting to say he was from Stanford, and he's Stanford Ramil.
Right. But he talked about how much different he looks right now. The most important development for the offensive line is Stanton Ramel looks like a completely different guy just from the spring. He was banged up, had a leg injury when he was at Michigan State, but the people felt like the coaching staff he had a lot of talent. That's why they brought him in from the transfer portal. Being healthy allowed him to get fully immersed in the strength program this summer, and I think that's made a huge difference. He was a bit slender in the spring, and I don't blame fans for looking at him and wondering whether he could be an SEC tackle. I think people will feel different now. He's moving well and is fully entrenched with that starting group on the right side. So there again, another guy on the offensive line that's getting talked to say he looks just physically completely different than he did just back in the spring. That shows, if nothing else, how hard these individuals are working to change their bodies to prepare for this upcoming season. So I don't think you can question the desire of this team, at least right now.
No, and I think that's the whole purpose of doing what they're doing, this big 13, 14-day camp thing, get them away to kind of get them all together and put that desire there, like us against the world kind of thing.
Yeah.
Because you've had such a long streak of losing seasons. It's time that, if you're going to be here, you're going to help us climb out of this ditch. Ain't nobody going to let you out. You got to climb out.
And you got guys that are new. This is their first year on the Plains, and they want to impress, and they want to be a part of it. And, they've heard all their lives, oh, this is the SEC. This is and it is. This is the premier league in all of America. So,
and that's
you got to raise your level here.
That's the questions, and then this is a whole nother segment and probably a whole show we could talk about, is people keep bringing up, are these South Florida players going to be able to compete athletic-wise in the SEC? Right now, shorts in the Olympics, they look pretty out there.
Yep.
But can a Nimrod, can a Spencer we're talking about, well, not Spencer because he didn't come to UCF, but Singleton, that bunch.
Neptune,
Can they get up against an SEC corner one-on-one and still do their job? Or are they going to get jammed at the line and the route's over?
That is the question.
Yeah.
All right, that was Nathan King talking about Ramel and just talking about how much better, how much more physical he looks now. He looks like a right tackle in the SEC. So, and Joe Simmons is an enormous human being.
Oh, yeah.
And I saw a video of him, and he looks in excellent shape. He doesn't look – none of the offensive linemen look flabby.
Right.
They all look
ready,
svelte, as you can look when you're 315 pounds.
The question is, do they got any dog in them where they want to hurt somebody?
That was the one thing when I saw Joe Simmons, he looked a little too jolly.
Right.
You need a little mean streak, that's for sure, at left tackle. All right, we got to take a break. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with more right after this.
Chick-fil-A is always the best option when you're on the go, but they are also great when it comes to planning your next event, from tailgating to birthday parties to weddings. Call Chick-fil-A Alexander City at 256-289-7955 for catering or order on the Chick-fil-A app. Make sure to choose the Alexander City location and have your catering order ready to go. Nugget trays, mac and cheese trays, fruit trays, cookie trays, gallons of our famous lemonade or tea, and chilled grilled chicken sub sandwiches, and a lot more options. Make it Chick-fil-A Alexander City for your next event.
At Southern Union State Community College, success isn't a solo journey. It's powered by something bigger. A herd of faculty, mentors, industry partners, and a community committed to helping you move forward. Whether you're earning a degree that prepares you for immediate entry into the workforce, transferring to a university, or learning a new skill, Southern Union helps you find your strength and run with it. Herd powered, performance driven. Southern Union State Community College. Apply today at suscc.edu.
There's only one option for top-of-the-line aftermarket upgrades on your vehicle, and that's Frontline Outfitters. We offer quality parts, lift kits, custom wheels and tires, bed covers, step bars, and toolboxes that are installed by trained and skilled professionals, to custom powder coating with hundreds of colors and finishes, to the highest quality film for window tinting using state-of-the-art film cutting technology. Call Frontline Outfitters at 256-409-8100. Don't be in the back of the line. Put your vehicle at the front with Frontline Outfitters.
This is Kathy Holmes with Pepper Tree Steaks and Wine. Jeff Verner and I opened in East Montgomery 25 years ago and have become the premier butcher shop, wine retailer, and caterer in the River region. We are excited to invite you to our newest location at 2459 East Glen Avenue in Auburn, Opelika. We want to become your one-stop shop for the freshest cuts of meat in town, grab-and-go casseroles, gift items, and the best wine selection in the area. Think of us when catering your next event. Check us out online at steaksandwine.com for daily lunch specials and details on upcoming wine tastings and fun events.
Looking for the perfect spot to unwind? Welcome to Bunkers. Our friendly staff and vibrant atmosphere make Bunkers the ultimate hangout space for all ages. With 6 state-of-the-art golf simulator stations, you can play around with friends no matter the weather. Enjoy mouth-watering food and a wide variety of handcrafted mixed drinks. With our attached parking deck, access is always hassle-free. Make your next night out unforgettable at Bunkers.
Henderson & Coker is a premier custom general contractor located in central Alabama. With over 50 years of industry experience, Henderson & Coker has been crafting stunning custom residential and commercial spaces for families and businesses throughout Alabama and Georgia. If you're in the market for a top-of-the-line luxury home or specialized commercial work, contact the experts at 256-750-7383 and check them out on the web at hendersonandcoker.com.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz. Only about 30 more minutes left in today's show. 256-234-6221 is our number. Give us a call. We are always like to remind you about Pepper Tree Steaks and Wines. Great place to get some great food in the Montgomery or Auburn area. Go and check out their website, steaksinwine.com. Just the letter N, steaksinwine.com. They got one of the biggest selections of wine in the Auburn area. They got steaks, they got ribs, they got burgers, they got casseroles, a little bit of everything there. You can go to the store and eat it there, or you can pick it up, take it home. They'll prepare it for you, and they know exactly what they're doing. Trust me.
Friday and Saturday ribs.
Friday and Saturday ribs. That's the specialty. No. You can buy the ribs and take them home and cook them, but they won't cook them for you unless they don't have them prepared unless.
I'm assuming, we'd have to make a phone call to kind of update that, but I bet you closer to football season, you probably could get ribs Thursday and Friday, just because you could get cooked ribs on Thursday and warm them up on Saturday, if that tailgate you want.
We might have, we might have to give them a little prompt on that.
Oh, yeah.
All right, that's Pepper Tree Steaks and Wines. Go and check them out in the Montgomery and Auburn area. On Pepper Tree in Montgomery and on East Glen in Auburn. All right, we are looking and talking about the buzz going on right now around Auburn in the first week of fall camp. Talked about some of the players that are being talked about. Stanton Rammel in a positive way, transforming his body Another guy that has stepped up, that a transfer from Oregon State, Jacob Strand, looking better. How about an old faithful? You got young guys coming in, wanted to impress, of course. Well, what about a guy who's been there for 3 years? Jeremiah Cobb says he's put on about 8 to 10 pounds of muscle. Now, you certainly hope you don't want to – you don't want him to lose any speed. But, in order to be the man in the SEC, you got to be durable.
Sure.
And now Cobb was durable last year, but I think Larry Porter came in and challenged him to, put on some muscle, and he did exactly that. And from what I can tell, it is very visible when you watch him now. And this is just, of course, like you were saying, this is before you put the pads on. But Jeremiah Cobb got to be a leader in that backfield, and apparently is stepping up to the plate.
Oh, yeah. There's no doubt on the interviews, like we just had listened to him talk about practice and stuff, and he can't be more excited to get in there because he's a guy, like is his own words, I want competition. That's what I came to the SEC for, was to get competition.
Yeah. Talking about nutrition, Jeremiah Cobb said throughout the spring and even during the summer, they always had meals and snacks for players, and after practice and workouts, they brought in food from different restaurants as well as from on campus. That's something that has shown up with the players, getting the nutrition needed to replace what they lose during the day with workouts and just in general from behind 18 to 20 years old. We may look back, this is from Jason Caldwell, we may look back on this first 9 months and find out that the nutrition program and the improvements there may be as important as anything this staff has done.
And it is. There's all
Think
components.
It was that bad last year, or it's just that much better this year?
I don't know. If you're, like we've already talked about the head coach, and you keep jumping on a guy that's already been fired and done, but I guess you can. If his way of handling practice for the offense, his way of calling plays, of not letting his offensive coordinator stepping in there doing stuff, maybe he was lazy with the nutrition. Just like, hey, you make sure they got a meal out there, He didn't go to the extra mile with it.
Oh, I doubt any of them were eating a greasy pork sandwich served in a dirty ashtray, but it sounds like it is night and day from last year.
He could have said, you got a paycheck, go buy what you want.
Yeah. All right. So here's a few more of these. Blake Woodby, a guy that is turning some heads, is sophomore, true freshman last year. Blake Woodby's skill set has impressed this new staff ever since they arrived, and he's an extremely likable character in the locker room too. It appears his primary competition will be South Florida transfer Gavin Jenkins, who obviously has been hyped up a lot this summer. When Xavier Atkins was asked who stood out on defense in the summer, his first answer was Gavin Jenkins. So there's your two guys that we lost two starting cornerbacks last year. We talked about that the other day. Here's two guys that are, along with Rayshon Pleasant. I haven't heard his name brought up yet, but here are two guys that one from South Florida and one that was at Auburn last year but was a true freshman that are going to have to play, and we need them to play well if that back seven is going to be worth anything.
Yeah, no, I agree with you on that.
As we understand it, this week we'll get to feeling like real football really quick. The first day was already fast-paced, and most of this playbook is installed on both sides, especially once the team gets into shells Saturday. Golis and his staff will not waste time ramping up the intensity and seeing what the response will be when implementing some high-pressure situational parts of practice. So the tempo, they're not easing into this thing.
No.
That was the whole point of summer, and to get these guys, spring and summer, to get these guys the playbook installed, to get them physically ready so that, day one or day two into practice, we're going full speed, essentially.
And you've seen, we've watched enough since Gus's era coming around and other coaches along coming in with the tempo type stuff. You can get defenses in a bind with a tempo. You can.
Sure.
They can't. If you catch them, is your favorite word, you catch a defense with the right package on the field, you can exploit it all the way down the field and take advantage of them and, get a lot of yards and score touchdowns. But at the same time, you can also run so fast that your defense, when they come off the field, don't get a lot of breaks, and they're wore out by the end of the game. That you got to have a happy medium there in the middle of that somewhere.
Yeah, no doubt. Speaking of guys that have changed their body, Dallas Walker IV. Guy that came back, got an extra year. Mm-hmm. He's a plug guy on the interior of that defensive line. Listen to this. He is listed at 345 pounds. However, he said entering the Iron Bowl last year, he was 365 pounds probably. Now, today,
they've trimmed him up.
He is 335.
He's all muscle.
So, noticeably different. Can move a lot better, obviously, and apparently going to hopefully live past 40 now that he's not 365. Wow. All right, we got to take a break. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with more right after this.
I'm Joseph Dean with Lake Martin Funeral Home and Cremation in Dadeville. We are located at 16797 Highway 280, which is on the corner of 280 and 49 North. With an on-site crematory in Opelika and a cemetery in Tallapoosa County, we are a full-service funeral home. To get in touch with us, feel free to come by or call us, 256-750-0381. And for any other questions, you can visit the website at lakemartinfuneralhome.com.
What's the verdict?
Can't fix your heat pump. Need a new one.
Uh-oh. What are you thinking?
I'm thinking Daikin.
Call on Kevin Kill in Sunshine Heating and Air at 256-825-4849, Central Alabama's premier Daikin dealer.
So what's he thinking?
Oh, he's thinking Daikin.
Daikin, one of the top selling in the world.
Now I'm thinking Daikin.
Daikin. Comfort for life.
Grain and Leaf, located at 6068 Highway 63 South, is Lake Martin's premier boutique-style bottle shop with a unique array of sophistication for everyone. Appropriately named for its exclusive selection of top spirits, wine, and craft beer, Grain and Leaf also has a number of fine cigars for you to choose from. They also carry the full line of Hornsby Farms assorted jellies and pottery. Open 10 to 7 Monday through Saturday and noon to 5 on Sundays, Grain and Leaf is your premier shop in the Lake Martin area.
Building, renovating, or protecting your Lake Martin home? Homeowners, builders, and architects trust Lake Martin Seamless Gutter Company for precision-crafted seamless gutters that perform beautifully in every season. Our custom-fit systems enhance curb appeal while protecting foundations, landscaping, and outdoor living spaces. Experience the quality your luxury home deserves. Call Lake Martin Seamless Gutter Company at 256-307-0132.
The all-new Winter Timber is now open, located right next to the Walmart Market across from the Auburn Mall. If the outdoors is your lifestyle, Winter Timber is your new headquarters. From rifles, ammo, and hunting supplies, camo, and all the outdoor essentials, they've got it in stock and ready for you. Winter Timber is here to serve Auburn, Opelika, and the entire Lake Martin area, and they'll make the drive worth it. For the best selection and the best service in outdoor gear, one name says it all: Winter Timber, the best in outdoor needs.
EnviroCare is the standard in East Central Alabama for all your pest control and termite needs. EnviroCare exclusively offers Centricon termite colony elimination system that is the industry's most effective termite control to protect your home year-round. The EnviroCare team's service is also the standard for our customers. From eliminating home pests to superior termite control, nobody cares like EnviroCare, serving Lake Martin and East Central Alabama.
Lake Martin Mobile Detailing is the #1 auto and boat detailing company in Central Alabama. Don't trust your vehicle or boat to just anybody. Hire the professionals. Top-of-the-line ceramic coating, detailing, gel coat restoration, and paint correction gives you the options to take care of your boat or vehicle the right way. Located on Highway 63, just about 2 miles from Highway 280 in Alexander City, Lake Martin Mobile Detailing will have you riding in style. Call them today at 256-794-2328.
During Dixie Electric Plumbing and Air Jurassic Challenge, replace your system by July 31st, and you could win up to $2,500 back for the oldest HVAC system or $1,000 for the oldest water heater. Call Dixie and it's done.
When you want quality, selection, price, superior financing, and a pain-free buying experience, look no further than Sons Automotive Group of Montgomery and Auburn. Sons of Montgomery offers the best selection of Kias, Chryslers, Dodges, Jeeps, and Ram trucks. Conveniently located on Eastern Boulevard, Sons Ford of Auburn is the region's Ford volume dealer. And when you shop at any Sons location, they will maximize all incentives and financing options for anyone's credit. Whether Kia, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, or Ram in Montgomery, or Ford in Auburn, Sons Automotive treats you like family because they are family driven.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz. Andy and Jim here with you. Only about 20 more minutes left in today's show. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us on this beautiful Friday afternoon. Here we're talking about buzz, the buzz around Auburn's practice. I actually practiced this morning as well, but here's one that's kind of music to my ears, because this guy, I believe, is going to be a huge – I don't want to put any undue pressure on anybody, but this guy's got – he's got to step up and be big time for us.
Okay.
If the defense is going to be what we hope it can be. One of the most impressive players through the first couple of days of camp has been defensive end Jared Smith.
Okay.
He was working on being a more consistent practice player in the spring, and obviously that's carrying into the preseason. I like to follow the cluster of NFL scouts from a distance and see where their attention is, and Smith draws a lot of eyeballs, especially on Thursday. There's just not anyone who really looks like him on this team. In other words, I mean, he's 6'5" or so, and long and rangy, but yet super athletic. And on that edge position, defensive end, whatever we're calling it, he's got to be you got to have somebody that the tackles just can't deal with.
Right.
They end up having to double team. And, man, that opens it up for somebody else, So if you got a guy that can consistently get to the quarterback, and all you got to do is hit them 2 or 3 times, 3 or 4 times, and by the second half they are so gun shy, and they're thinking about this guy coming off the edge. They're worried about where is he. That's the kind of player I think Jared Smith can be. That's going to be huge.
And you would hope. But as we saw it play out last year, like with Falk, everybody thought that was going to happen. And teams did double team him. And I truly believe, you may tell me I'm wrong, but I truly believe that's one of the reasons Adkins got the accolades he did, because Falk was taking on blocks that he normally wouldn't take on, double teams, and opening up plays for linebackers and other people to make the tackle.
Yeah, I think a lot of people, and if you look at the totals, that the way they ended up last year, it'd be hard to say that Falk didn't have a disappointing senior season.
Yeah,
but like you said, he was getting double teamed a lot. He was he was opening the door for other people.
And that's the way this defense is designed. Like we've already spoke about Melendez and Adkins. If Jared Smith does get eat up by a tackle and a guard, then that means Melendez on his side over there is going to have that gap wide open.
And
and the other rave, now you're talking about on the end, but the skipping my brain to the inside, Ziegler, the kid that transferred in.
Cody Ziegler.
Yeah, they're raving about him, like how impressive he is.
Yeah.
If those two are as impressive as they're being talked about in fall camp, the defensive line may not be as big a worry as we think it is.
Another name that I heard that this was from, I think, an assistant coach. Was it how impressive Jordan Crawford had been? And so, there where you're talking about, if Cody Siegler and Jordan Crawford and Malik Autry, on that, we're just talking about defensive tackle.
Right.
I mean, you've got the Dallas Walker. He's going to be your nose.
Mm-hmm.
He and St. Farrier. But the defensive tackle of those guys, if you could rotate those guys in and not lose anything, my goodness. I mean, it just changes the whole nature of the defense when you have that kind of depth and that kind of talent on the defensive line.
If that inside of that line could smother somebody's running game, then make them have to throw, that changes a lot of things.
Yeah, no doubt. Then you can just sit back and tee off,
Oh, yeah.
That's when you turn guys like Jared Smith loose, or a Xavier Atkins, or a Melendez from a Bryce Diaz from somewhere.
And that is what Durkin's been known to do. He's one of the most blitzing defense coordinators in the SEC.
Yeah. And a guy that we keep overlooking, I keep overlooking, I don't mention him. I think about it, but DeMarcus Riddick.
Yeah.
Being 100% healthy, he was a guy that we used in that same kind of way as a true freshman. We turned him loose on third down and long off the edge. And,
if I'm not mistaken, in the Bama game, we put him as a spy on the quarterback. And, he showed then he was athletic, but just not quite because of a freshman. He wasn't quite to the level of their quarterback because he couldn't catch him when he needed to. Yeah.
Yep, that's exactly. And I didn't mind him, talking before the Iron Bowl. And I don't mind players, talking.
Yeah.
As long as you back it up.
Right.
That's fine with me.
That's the old, in my mind, the old Spurrier mentality. He used to have a little smart aleck way about saying things, but buddy, he could go put up 40 on you.
He said it's not my job. People would get mad at him for scoring 70. He'd say, look, it's your job to stop me.
That's right.
It's not my job to stop.
I wish Golish came out and was making statements like that,
Well, I hope I'd like to see that myself. Your job to stop us. Yeah, for sure. Here again, this is not an interesting phenomenon that we keep seeing this thing being brought up. So there's obviously something to it. We've heard more than a few times that going back to South Florida, Golish takes the nutrition department extremely serious. There's actually a room on the bottom floor of Auburn's building that used to be used for storage, and the staff had it completely overhauled this summer to make a standalone work area for the team's lead nutritionist, Ethan Bauer, who met Golish at Tennessee, where he was a director of sports nutrition for the entire athletic department. So, this is we're having a revolution here in nutrition. Who knew? Who knew that was necessary?
He's using the old adage. He's building this thing from the ground up.
That seems to be the case.
Yeah.
All right, we got to take a break, but don't go anywhere. We got one final segment on the way right after this.
At Central Alabama Community College, we provide a quality education that will set you up for success. Whether you're pursuing a degree or advancing your career with technical training, CAC offers premier programs at 4 campuses in Alexander City, Childersburg, Prattville, and Talladega. From industrial, electronics to machining, our students are prepared for the workforce or further education. At CAC, you'll enjoy vibrant campus life, exciting athletics, and personalized support, all at an affordable price. Your future starts here at CAC. Apply today.
Visit our new locations in Gadsden and Oxford today.
Bundle your home and auto and save money with State Farm's personal price plan. Contact State Farm agent Ron Carroll today at 256-378-6631 or visit him on Highway 280 in Childersburg. Prices vary by state, options selected by customer availability, and eligibility may vary.
EnviroCare is the standard in East Central Alabama for all your pest control and termite needs. EnviroCare exclusively offers Centricon termite colony elimination system that is the industry's most effective termite control to protect your home year-round. The EnviroCare team's service is also the standard for our customers. From eliminating home pests to superior termite control, nobody cares like EnviroCare, serving Lake Martin and East Central Alabama.
Sign Source is your local vendor for commercial and residential sign manufacturing and installation. We offer all kinds of lighted and non-lighted signage, from retail signs, LED message centers, event banners, vehicle wraps, the whole spectrum. We also offer service and repair on existing signs, as well as retrofitting to LED or installation of outsourced signage. We have the knowledge necessary to fulfill all of your signage needs in the short or long term. Visit signsourcenow.com to get started.
Folks around these parts have known for a long time that Walls Tire, just a mile past the bridge on Highway 280, is your #1 stop for automotive service and repair. At Walls Tire, you'll always find quality service at a fair price on everything from AC, name brand tires, big or small repairs, routine maintenance, towing, and more. When your car or truck needs to run right, there's one place in the area to go, conveniently located and easy to find. Walls Tire, just a mile past the bridge on Highway 280.
Grain and Leaf, located at 6068 Highway 63 South, is Lake Martin's premier boutique-style bottle shop with a unique array of sophistication for everyone. Appropriately named for its exclusive selection of top spirits, wine, and craft beer, Grain and Leaf also has a number of fine cigars for you to choose from. They also carry the full line of Hornsby Farms assorted jellies and pottery. Open 10 to 7 Monday through Saturday and noon to 5 on Sundays, Grain and Leaf is your premier shop in the Lake Martin area.
Welcome back, everyone, to the final segment of the Auburn Blitz on this Friday afternoon. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us today. Auburn, again, I think they've already had practice this morning, and they're going to go in actual shells tomorrow. So they'll actually put on the shoulder pads. I think they'll still be in shorts, obviously, but shoulder pads and helmets. So we're creeping along here, but we're adding a little bit all the time, and before you know it, next week they'll be doing some hitting and some tackle football. So hopefully everybody can remain healthy. That is the biggest key here. But I love to hear that the fact that the offense and the defense is nearly 100% installed, that everybody's dialed in, everybody's on the same page. The nutrition's good, the practices are going well, the tempo's high. So all's well right now. It all sounds good, but hopefully that will carry over until opening day for sure. All right, it is August the 7th today. For those who celebrate, 2004 on this day, Greg Maddux won his 300th game. He was actually pitching for the Cubs at that time. And I think he beat the Dodgers, if I'm not mistaken.
Did you see the story on him of how he called his pitches? It's one of the most amazing things.
I did. I mean, he did call his own pitches.
He did.
He would signal, right?
I forgot
the way that he.
Yeah, by the way he caught the baseball.
Okay.
Yeah, so like if it was. I forget the last catcher he had at Atlanta, but the catcher explained it. He said, we did it for years.
Eddie Perez. Yeah.
He said, we picked it. Nobody ever picked up on it. And he said, in the middle of his chest was fastball in, fastball away. Then he would stick it out here, and this would be curveball. And then if he touched his nose before he caught it, it'd be a change. And he's like, he told the world what he was throwing on every pitch, and nobody ever caught on to it.
That is, it's pretty crazy. Nobody would expect the pitcher to call his own pitches.
No, he told even a story too of Bagwell that they played him like the last 2 weeks of the regular season, And they knew that Bagwell loved it inside, and they were told by Bobby, don't throw it inside, don't throw it inside. Well, they threw 2 pitches outside and got him swing at one of them, and then Maddox called timeout and brought Perez over there to him and said, hey, bud, I'm about to go inside. And he was like, looked at him like he was crazy. He went inside, and Bagwell hit it about 3 miles deep in the stadium. And then he went back to Perez, and he said, look, there's a reason I did it. He said, they got a good team, we got a good team. We're going to see them in the playoffs, and when we do, I know what to throw to now to get him out. And they faced him, I think he said he faced him 6 times in the playoffs, and 4 of the 6 were strikeouts.
Wow.
Like he planned it. He knew he was the professor, as they called him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Marquise Grissom told a great story. Like, said that he came, he was running out to the field, and Maddox stopped him and said, hey, this guy, I'm going to try something with him. So I'm going to let him hit it to the wall.
Yeah.
So just be ready. And he said, okay. And so sure enough, he came up to bat and he hit it, and he hit it to the wall. Grissom caught it there, and it was like, I can't believe, He said, I'm gonna let him hit it to the wall.
That's how you turn out to be the level he was at.
That's how you end up a Hall of Famer. Happy birthday today, Don Larson, the only man to throw a perfect game in the World Series. 1956, I believe. The Yankees and the Dodgers, I think. Don Larson, born on the state in 1929. B.J. Thomas, somebody sing another Somebody Done Somebody Wrong song.
Oh, yeah.
Great song, great country song, born on the state in 1942. Alan Page, he was a part of the Purple People Eaters for Minnesota on that defensive line. And then our linebacker, I think he's a defensive lineman, and went back to school, got his law degree, and became a Supreme Court justice for the Minnesota Supreme Court. How about that? Okay. Alan Page. Still alive, born in the state in 1945. Right. Wayne Knight Newman from Seinfeld, born on the state in 1955. David Duchovny, if you like the X-Files. Mulder, born on this state in 1960.
Okay.
Charlize Theron, born on this state in 1975. She's in the Odyssey. She plays Calypso. She's 51 years old, Jim. Still stunning. Still, she's crazy a little bit, but man, she's a good-looking woman.
She's on that Auburn nutrition program.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Edgar Renteria, born in the state in 1975, played shortstop for the Marlins, won a World Series, came over, played shortstop for the Braves for many years. I think he played for the St. Louis Cardinals, and I think he won a World Series with the Cardinals, if I'm not mistaken. Sidney Crosby, Sid the Kid, great, one of the great hockey players. I think he still plays for the Penguins. 1987, he was born. Mike Trout, phenomenal baseball player, talented, but just stayed hurt, unfortunately, for the majority of his career. Having a good year this year, if I'm not mistaken. 1991, Mike Trout was born. Okay. Kyler Murray played quarterback at Texas A&M, and then went on to play at Oklahoma, and now he's in the NFL. Won the Heisman in 2018. Is that right? Kyler Murray played for the Arizona Cardinals.
Cardinals, yeah.
Yeah. Born in the state in 1997. And Jalen Hurts, born on this day, 1998. I guess your 2019 Heisman winner. Played for the Oklahoma. Didn't he win the Heisman when he was with Oklahoma?
I don't think so.
Did he not? Oh. But he's gone on to play, gone on to be a pretty good NFL quarterback with the Philadelphia Eagles. Won a Super Bowl, and they are one of the better teams in the NFC. No Heisman?
Says runner-up.
Runner-up.
Finished behind LSU quarterback Joe Burrow.
Ah, well, there you go.
Yeah, I didn't think he won it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that makes a little bit more sense.
And it'd be hard to overcome a Burrow with 2 NFL receivers he's throwing to and him,
That is true.
Yeah.
And you know who coached that team?
Oh, Ed.
Ed Orgeron. That's right.
Give me my money and show me which door.
Show me which door you want me to walk out. There you go.
And now
he's back at LSU. Yeah. All right, that's going to wrap it up for us. I hope everybody has a wonderful weekend. Hey, be safe, everybody. He's Jim. I'm Andy. So long for now. We'll talk again soon.